I wanted to try and capture some of the sights and sounds of the jungle in Gabon, to be able to show where the story is set. A friend and photographer very kindly agreed to take me on one of his jungle walks. So this is the jungle in Gabon. This is where Ada's story takes place. So this is one of the trees that's covered with a big stranglevine and liana that's sort of taken hold of the outside of the tree. And as I saw it, I was wondering whether that might be the way that Ada climbed up. All of these trees in the forest are so enormously tall, and the trunks are so high with no real footholds. But perhaps if the tree was so covered in a vine like this, it would help her scramble to the top. I really wanted to be able to record some of the jungle noises because all the time you're in the forest, the noises are just all around you. It's quite hard to pick it up on the little camera, but here you can hear them quite well.
You come out into a clearing. It's where one of the really big trees has fallen. It's suddenly blindingly bright. You have the sky, the sun seems incredibly intense. Butterflies fly. Just walking down an elephant staircase. You can almost see their footprints in the fresh mud where it's rained. Let's see if this will pick up the chimpanzee tracks across the path. Here where the path has got sand on the bottom, you can really see the animal tracks. So there's the first one on the left. Here's a quite distinctive 3 knuckles. And another one facing the other way. And here he is again.
It's amazing how disorientating it can be to step off the main path into the forest. Suddenly when the jungle is denser, when you don't have a clear path to follow, you can lose your sense of direction very quickly. Everything around you starts to look the same.
The whole track has just been completely covered in chimpanzee and gorilla tracks. Half expecting something to jump down out of the trees at us. Half hoping, half dreading. So these red marks on the tree against the bark. It's laterite from the roads. It's where the elephants come and rub themselves against the trees. There's obviously certain trees they like more than others. Suddenly see these bright red patches against the bark. This is the monster on the trail to lead our way back. Is it a fallen tree trunk? Or is it the skull of the Zun?
It's safe within the sort of fortress walls created by these great buttress roots is where I picture Ada leaving Basonge after she's dragged him from the house. So at least he's sort of cradled on 2 sides. And she leaves him there as she runs back in the hope of rescuing the other boys from the house.
And here we have the illegal snare. You can see the spring-mounted branch and then the trap set across the forest path. David's going to set it off. Wow. Imagine if your foot was stuck on the end of that.
This is one of the sad realities of modern hunting, or rather poaching in the jungle. These illegal traps don't require any of the skills of the 3 sons in the story, and they mostly just maim or badly injure the animals. It's very sad to see.
That's what catches the animal's leg. So this is not something I thought about when I was writing it. I pictured the fruit sort of hanging from the branches. But another option of the Yangon Longo is that the fruit actually pops straight out of the trunk. Have a look at this. Imagine trying to take on the power of the Yangon Longo. they're like that. So I'm picturing Ada's climb as she makes her way up, trying to gather each one of the fruit, reaching higher. Imagine being stuck up there while you watch your last remaining baby devouring one of these incredible fruit.
There are two more things that I wanted to show. We're no longer in the jungle because, well, these things are rather difficult to spot just by luck. But one is the elephants. Where we live in the camp, we are surrounded by elephants all the time. They wander in, they go through our dustbins, they amble through the garden. One of them's even put its head into our terrace a couple of times. This is on the river mouth heading up to Sedekama, which is where the lagoon, large lagoon, empties out into the sea. The tiny strip of land, and the elephants enjoy just walking up and down it every evening. They walk along the beach, sometimes as here, they walk along the grass. It's just amazing to see these huge, great, big, powerful creatures enjoying a beach walk. The final thing I wanted to show is the fish. Sedekama is one of the world's most famous places for big game fishing. These are caught just standing from the beach, standing on the sand. And they really are extraordinary creatures, and they come out in these amazing colours. So when I was writing the scenes of Eterane with his harpoon, catching a fish that had never been seen before, I was picturing these beautiful, great big monsters that get pulled out of the sea every weekend.